There's a scar right here from when I was a little kid, but it's more white. Right in this area here, it's not just that the hair is, it should be the same, basically. Yeah, this, where it's more white is where the hair will want to be white. It's where the, whatever the, I'm going to call it a fungus, but it's toxic. We tie it in with some toxins and make it a metal, right? You know what I mean? But anyway, this is a highly concentrated area, like all around your neck, back of your head, especially. I'm always saying medulla oblongata, but it's all around, everywhere, especially where there's scar tissue. So if you have injuries, it'll be especially coalesced there or something. The nanos that they'll vape off of your skin. But you just have to get used to it enough to be able to do it without feeling like you've gone completely insane. If these things even doing another check. I didn't just stop my own check and see if this is even recording audio. Okay, so it was working. Like I was saying about areas of scar tissue. Okay, scar tissue seems to really, if you have, say, millions or billions of nano party gals, nano party gals, and you're inhaling them, through your lungs into your bloodstream. It seems like they would circulate through your whole body. It's theoretically. Just, in this imaginary scenario. And if that were to happen, regularly for, say, a couple decades, should I be sarcastic now? Only a conspiracy theorist would think that could possibly harm anybody. We can breathe all the nanoparticles we'd like to all day, every day if we need be, and it won't do anything whatsoever. In fact, it's not even real, remember? It's not happening, whatever. And then people believe the pandemic wholeheartedly, and then a lot of information comes out, and they've heard some of it about, there's, I don't even need to go into it, what I'm talking about. And these people say, well, maybe they lied about that, but they wouldn't lie about this other thing. They should continue to, do what they say and believe what they're in their system. Because, they're helping us live longer, healthier lives thanks to vaccines. Is the narrative. My middle son is autistic. No, I think, I think my oldest and my middle son are autistic. But, yeah, I know Skylar wasn't autistic, seemingly, when he was little. It was 18 months he gets his vaccinations, and then he just kind of stops talking, and he was talking quite a bit, and very interactive, and agile. His balance and stuff was really good about everything. So after that he stopped talking after he got his 18-month immunizations, and he only meowed to communicate for the next couple of years, and he was autistic. Of course, immediately after getting his shots, he says, oh, well, I guess we just, didn't know at first. He was super advanced, and now he's autistic. And, what does it take for people to understand that their medical care and their medical system is brought to them by the exact same people who bring them their military and bring them their police and bring them their prisons? and bring them their drugs, bring them their prostitutes, and whatever else. I can't even believe the John Q. Publix believes the things that they I don't know. I'm sure there's I just have a lot on my mind lately, as everybody does, but I'm usually better at sticking to a point. But, well, I'm being roasted a little bit, so I gotta pay attention to that somewhat. Although it's become second nature, I'm pretty much impervious to injury from the fire. I get really hot occasionally because I'm spacing off or whatever, but I usually flinch away fast enough. My reflexes will do that for me if I face it too much. Or it flares up really big just because it does that sometimes. Like the point is like right here. Yeah. Anyway, I don't even know if I want to talk about it. Sure. My mom's doing chemotherapy, like her third round of it now, because she thinks that that's going to help her, I guess. And see, that's a whole other thing I don't even want to talk about, but it's bugging me. Too fully indoctrinated into the Rockefeller medical model system of, allopathic death maintenance or something, where, yes we can, sir, yes we can, sir, get the job done. Where that's, half the people I hear talk about it, they think it's like a living thing, like there's a thing, like a bacteria or a germ, and it goes out and, attacks you, and then you get, yes we can. Obama, yes we can. And, that's like, last I heard, which is, I don't really follow that crap too closely, because when they start to alter things, just willy-nilly, and facts and Mandela effects and the whole 9 yards, who knows exactly what the fuck they're going to say. But anyway, no point in following it too closely. But okay, last I heard is that the yes we can was a condition of a cell, and not a living thing in and of itself, but something that was causing the cell to not reproduce itself correctly, being mutated, and as mutations building up with cells that aren't functioning properly and becoming tumors and such, in at least this kind of cancer, right? Yes, the cancer. Excuse me. Yes, the cancer. Yes, we can. So that's what I'd heard. Okay, and I don't know what the official BS story is now, but yeah, radiation therapy. I've never heard the story of someone saying, "Oh yeah, I went and did my chemo and took care of everything, and now I'm fine." I've never heard that story yet. And if you look at it in the aspect of, yes, we can's not a living thing that you can. Ooh, grab me! You got me spaced off. Yeah, that's funny. A living thing that you can kill. It's not a living thing that you can kill. I must be getting tendered up finally. Gotta get the moisture out first. If it's not a living thing you can kill with a poison, then what's the poison doing? It's only poisoning the living things. It's not a living thing that's attacking your cells. Yes, we can is more like a condition that's weakened the cell and is causing it to not reproduce itself correctly. Like something's blocking the signal that's telling it how to form, or the magnetic potential field. I believe it's the zeta potential is the measure of the magnetic field, which gives a cell its shape. from what I recall. I did look into some of these things, actually. And when what officially is said to be done, zeta potentials. The magnetic field is something that determines its shape, especially on that small of a level. It's formed by hand or something. It's like growing. And I also saw some other electronics and science videos where the introduction of aluminum caused a magnetic field that was nice and even and pretty around the magnet, I guess. I can't remember exactly if it was a magnet or electromagnet field, but anyway, they put the aluminum in the field, and even though aluminum's not magnetic, the field structure just went all haywired. Which you can think of a cell as having a magnetic field, and if you snort enough aluminum powder, it might mess up your magnetic field. And if your magnetic fields were messed up, then when the cell was trying to reproduce, it could reproduce itself perfectly, but it would be forming that cell under the effects of a warped magnetic field, and therefore it would not come out correct, no matter what. And then you could probably add on top of that, electrify the environment, which is clearly a thing. If you think it's not, you must be senseless. That's kind of what I joke to myself sometimes. It's like, I live with a senseless, everyone must be senseless. Because I'm getting hit left, right, and center with, what feels like dues and paying my dues, right? Fucking, all day and night, every day and night, pretty much. Occasionally there's a break for an hour or two, and then I'm like, oh, don't get too used to that. Something's coming. The big disorder machine is online, and everybody's got a number. You need to free Quincy. Quincy Jones, Quincy Adams, Quincy Corner. We got a frequency. Well, I've been over it before, but if you think about, like, let's say you had a glass of water, and you scanned that water with some sort of, I don't know, say like a scanner that could send out something similar to a radar beam, an RFID kind of, and it would bounce back a little signature from any metals that were there that they reflect, right? This is not rocket science. So, okay. So imagine you started sprinkling, ultrafine nanoparticulate into the water. And it would just kind of disperse and, basically float around until it equalized. And then you scanned it with the same little radar beam. And you do it at first, there's nothing in there. Clear water, you get nothing back. It looks like a clear glass of water. But you get all the particles in there, and you scan it, and you get an image that's the shape of the glass that it's in. And that has a certain volume that can be determined, and the density of the particulate in there will just kind of like, more would give you a more solid picture of it. But that can be made, understood as a frequency because of its resonance, of its size. That could be recorded information. That information being recorded, that same glass could be identified again simply by the radar beam passing over it, kind of getting the dimensions, its exact specific dimensions. Say with a handmade cup, so because each handmade cup is different. So all these handmade cups could have these particulates put into them, and blah 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 blah. blah. You get the point. It could be like X-rayed. Think of an X-ray, but not really an X-ray. Not really an RFID either. I guess it'd be more like an MRI or something along those lines. Probably walk through them every day at the grocery store. Those things that open the doors that probably do complete scans as you walk through too. Give you an extra good healthy dose of rads of energy. It's good for you. It's good for the economy too. But I'm not gonna go into my comedy bit though, because it's not funny. It's not funny because it's true. Some things are funny because they're true, but that one is not funny because it's true. I still have it though, but I mean, it's not something that's really funny. Just, I'm sick of it. And I want out. I don't know what's up with people. I just never have got people, I guess. Even when I think I understand somebody, I'm wrong. You can't have wrong without wrong, because I'm right in the middle. There's a lot of words with my name in it. Like erroneous and electron. But don't elect me, because I ain't running for office. In fact, think about voting. When you vote for your candidate, you're picking somebody to make decisions for you about big issues. And so, when you vote, you're giving your consent to the person you vote for, or possibly not, because someone else could win, right? But either way, participating in the vote and giving in your vote, you submit your vote, and you submit to letting the decisions be made by whoever wins the election, or let's face it, whoever's said to win the election, because it's like the NFL. And all the pro sports. Maybe racing isn't, but anyway. Yeah, that's giving consent to the person who wins the election to make these decisions about, what government programs are going to go along with, and where the funding is going, whether they're going to accept or turn down these federal funds for this, that, and the other thing. And of course they don't. And, it's ridiculous how bought off everything is. Integrity is like a fantasy in government or big corporations, really. And it's just like a bunch of cutthroats in the corporations. Even down to small levels, it's just kind of BS. Like Narcissist World. Hey, if you're a narc, come and work for us. You can move on up the ladder and get respected and make good money. Da da da. And be sure to screw your fellow man and narc off anybody you can, because that's how narcs are. Snark, snark. I guess this would be Fireside Chatz, right? This is how we do it. Get out of there, fungus. I see you hiding. I'll get you and your little fungus friends. Off my elbow. I'm feeling hot, hot, hot. Stupid. Don't ever say that again. Sorry, sir. I'll let it slide this time. But makes your skin fresh as new. Fresh as new. Fresh as a child again. Oh, it's so sweet. It keeps my ears from bleeding, though. From spontaneously feeling like needles are being stuck in them and then start to bleed like they did years ago. This actually is preventing that, and that's the main reason I fucking have to do it. And then I realize it helps other things too, actually. But it'll like make headaches go away, it'll make neck aches go away, and sore muscles go away too in strange ways. And it's almost as if any pain anywhere is a result of something coming in from the outside. Wherever the pain is, I put the flame and, it sounds nutty, but inevitably there will be a whole lot of the surface phenomenon, the strange vapors and smells and smoke a lot of times, and the pain will get relieved. I don't know. That's the thing. That seems to be the way it functions. And, like when I would do my chest, it would oftentimes tickle inside of my lungs, and I would cough up some nasty crap and spit it out, and then I could breathe better. If that, I know that seems, I don't know what you said, I don't know, it seems illogical, but it sounds strange, right? How can vaporizing or singeing off the hairs in the whatever nano, I call it, and I believe there's nanofiber strands. I mean, if there was hair that was the thickness of, a nanoparticle, it would be 2 millionths of a meter in thickness, probably 1 millionth of a meter, just one, lined end to end. It would be so thin you couldn't be seen, and millions of them could come out, as long as they're not all in one thing. They would, even if they were, then they would just look like a single hair, like a white hair, like the white hair epidemic that's going on with everybody and their children having white hair nowadays. That perfectly normal white hair thing. That's a whole nother. I've talked about that a few times too. But white hair epidemic. It's ridiculous. You know what else is white? The skies are white, and the stuff we're breathing is white, and it's been years and years and years now. And people, X-rays showing tumors are white, and the tumors themselves are white. And white, right? Shit. If it's white, it ain't right. That's what I'm saying. Got ashy skin? Try this. Gets rid of it. Acne? Probably gets rid of it too. I don't seem to have too much acne. Or dry skin, or any of that. But wherever I have the white splotches, like on the bottom of my neck, it's still probably there some. They're especially splotchy all over my upper lip, cheeks, and that's when it's a bad night and there's massive airplane traffic, right, messing me up. That's one of the places it gets hit hardest. Or wherever I have an injury, and I broke my neck when I was 13, so my neck hurts like a motherfucker. Shit's going on because it coalesces around scar tissue. I think that's scar tissue anywhere too, not just external. Which hair am I burning now? How many times can you burn the same hair? I'd like to know. Alright, that's probably all I got to say. I have to finish this stupid shit. When I get sick of this, it's not like, I'm insane and I gotta do this because I'm crazy. That's not it. I gotta do this so that I don't go back to my 2016 videos and so I don't end up like that. Because that was before I came up with any of these things that helping to stave off this, whatever the fuck it is. It's a spiritual, physical, the pincer move. Napoleon got it right. It sizzled at me. You hear that shit? Ooh. Making noise. When it gets in a spot with a lot of it, it'll do that. think I've ever caught it on camera really sizzling like that. That noise isn't it? It's coming from where the flame is, like right out the candle. And it does, it's as if it's drawing the flame out at a rate faster than it can keep up with. Okay, yeah, I still. Give it another. Just to get the point. I do this shit all the fucking time. I'm sick of it. But to not would be, I'd be fucked up within 3 days. If I stopped doing all this shit, all this crazy shit in here, 3-4 days, I'm not feeling very well continuously. And I've, because I've done this several times where I went 4, 5, 6 days. And I'm like, what the fuck's wrong? Why do I feel like, all this freaking so much, and my fucking leg giving out, and my rotating fucking joint problems or something. And it just, as soon as one gets, eases up, and I feel like I'm okay with my hip, then it's my elbow or some shit, or my finger, or, it's just never ending. And, well, it's just getting old. Well, no, it's not just getting old. Getting old happens at a certain rate generally, and you expect that to be fairly uniform, not to suddenly age 50 years in 5 years, and then have to try and battle your way back from being dead. Which is basically the way I look at it. I died in 2016, so if remember why I say that, check out the 2016 video. I promise I'm fully clothed in that one. This is just what you gotta do, right? If you want to, show somebody something. All I'm saying is it helps a lot for me. And people can think, oh, it's psychological, you're just whatever. I bet there's some historical precedent for it too. Jews burned their beards, I know that. I found that in a clip of it, just one clip, but from a documentary that I couldn't find, or that was the only thing mentioned in the documentary about that, but the Jewish tradition of burning their beards. And then there was the African tribal one of dancing and running through fire, big fires too, like so that flames go all over them when they jump through it. But it gets evil spirits out, right? And don't you realize evil lives in the motherfucking skid, and then behind your ears, in your ears too. It targets the sense organs. It's around your eyes, around your eyebrows, around your ears, around your mouth, around your throat. It's got its grip around our throat. At least mine. Wherever your skin ain't right, or the texture seems wrong, or the hair seems wrong, or it's white, it's white from an overload of people talking sin, talk too much sin, and the whiteness occurs. I always wondered why the founding fathers were always pictured with their stupid wigs on, and white wigs and crap like that. What's it with the white? Is there like some ancient white-haired rulers that are actually in charge of everything, and it's part of a club, and they're trying to, recruit everybody into it now by giving us all some special formulas to help us to be as white as they are. In fact, I'm white enough already. I don't need to be any whiter. Okay, anyway, bye-bye. Have a good morning, afternoon, good evening, good night, and God bless.